Hello, hello, testing. I think I'm on, hopefully. Sorry I'm late. I'm gonna chill for now. Apologies if I keep looking to the side. I've got two monitors now. Well, actually one of them is my TV. So I've kind of got them extended so I can see what I look like and also see my regular computer screen if I wanted to react to scenes. Just so I don't have to keep on going to my phone and looking. I hope you're all staying safe. Alright, well, I am waiting for a bit just because there's not a whole lot of people on right now. I may just chill for a bit and maybe watch some classic GH scenes while I wait. While I wait to get on to the topic at hand, I'm going to react or watch in honor of Christina Wagner being back to the show. One of her first scenes on GH when she meets Frisco, the first love of her life. Let's see if I can do this successfully. Go mute the music. Put that full screen. Come back here. And I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know. Let's see. No, I don't think it is. Unless I move this here and do that. Okay. Sorry, I'm figuring this stuff out as I go along too. Hey, Jacarius. I'm just waiting for some people to come on, so I thought I would watch Felicia's first scene while I wait. Small crowd tonight. It's okay. All right. I think I've almost got this figured out. Hopefully. Apologies if you hear my dog going. There we go. I'm figuring it out.
More coffee, pal? Sure you will. Well, he speaks.
Angel Blue.
Or it speaks. Anyway, something does. Was that you?
Stay away from me.
No, not
The small
to you.
crowd, so I
Straighten
was
this out a little bit.
deciding to watch some
There's
classic
nothing to talk
scenes while I
about.
wait for y'all.
Convince me.
Sorry, I'm leaving.
No, you're not. You're gonna stay right where you're at.
Don't you give me orders.
Come on. What do you know?
Are you satisfied? Satisfy your curiosity?
Baby, I'm getting more curious by the minute.
Well, on that note, I shall leave you.
No, you don't.
What's it to you if I leave? You still have your ring. No damage has been done.
I did hear that
Well,
they
I
stopped
know you won't go
production
rip somebody
for
else off.
a week, so they say. Hopefully it's just a
I'm
week.
not a criminal.
Otherwise we're going to be reacting to a whole lot more in the future.
You tell me then.
Can't explain it.
I'll give you an easier question, okay? What's your name?
Felicia?
Hey, Laura.
Felicia what?
It's not important.
You say so.
That's so weird
So,
that was happening to the chat feature.
What else do you do besides park cars for a living?
I'm
And
not
I've been
really
good to curious.
a
How about
valet.
you?
You don't say.
Look, I don't have to explain
Hey,
myself
Shadow.
to you. The ring was mine, and I wanted to get it back.
Well, there are easier ways. Like
Glad y'all
asking.
could make it. I was getting worried I was on
Listen.
for like 15
Felicia,
minutes and I was
that's
like,
it.
where is everybody? I've been left
You're gonna have
alone.
to be a little bit more communicative, okay? I'm gonna call the cops.
All right. The ring belonged to my grandmother. I was looking for it, and someone said it was going to be at that charity ball.
Yeah, this is how Frisco and
I
Felicia
couldn't afford it,
met.
so I decided I'd have to steal it back.
She was dressed as a
I mean,
man,
what else could I do?
stealing
Well, at the
her
moment, you could try
royal
and tell the
jewels,
truth.
her own,
Why should
or
I
her
bother? You
grandmother's.
believe me no matter what I tell you.
Well, you've got to admit you haven't given me much cause to trust you, huh?
All right. My grandmother isn't dead. She's still alive.
There's a start.
The ring was stolen by my cousin, the black sheep of the family.
You're not the black sheep? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
at
somebody
least
worse.
Felicia's back in Maxie's life, though.
Are you
Frisco,
going
on
to
the
let
other
me-
hand,
Oh, please.
Oi.
Sorry, continue. This is getting very good.
I told my grandmother I'd get the ring back for her, but before I could, my cousin sold it. My grandmother wanted to buy it back, but
yes, Shadow, and I think we'll talk about that today as well. Because I certainly
What
am
did your grandmother
shocked.
say?
well, the idea wasn't to get caught.
What it usually isn't.
Well, at least now you believe my story.
Not a word.
All right, okay, I'll buy the ring back from you. I'll pay whatever you want.
We'll do
Frisco
this
and
in
Felicia were
installments.
legendary.
First, all I want is a little honesty. Not much, just a little, just so I can start to trust you.
It's
Yeah,
just you
Felicia
want.
did. I'm so glad Christina Wagner's back on the show, y'all.
All right. My ankle. I can't move it. It must be broken.
Thoughts about the new promo pics? I like them. I like them a lot. Great cast photos so far.
Started slow already.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, no, Frisco didn't show up.
Get to the hospital.
She really is Shadow. Like, Christina Wagner
You
is
just caught
just
24K golden
gorgeous
video.
still.
Keep watching, even as you text about it.
like, she's aging so gracefully, y'all. Man. All right. Well, how are y'all doing? Are we good? We doing good? Make myself full screen again. Now that y'all are here. Put in my mood music. Ooh, which is about to restart anyway. There we go. I hope. There we go. GH loves making parents a deadbeat. Yeah, it's true. You're good but so afraid? Why are you afraid, Jacarius? 7 degrees outside. Oh, don't even, Angel Blue. Let me just... I'm in Canada, remember? Remember? I am struggling, y'all. It is... Let me just show y'all. Let me just show y'all the weather, okay? It is minus 31. Oh, no, it's minus 26. Okay. It had to refresh. It's still cold, though. Minus 26 right now. It'll be minus 31 at midnight, though, according to my phone. It was minus 31 when I left for work. That's why it said minus 31 on my phone from this morning. I'm afraid to grow old. You have a long way to coach, Carius. You are very young, as I recall. You know, I'm in my, I'm 31. And even I know I got a long way to go before old happens. Yeah, I'm in Canada. Don't even talk to me about plus 7 degrees. I wish I would settle for minus 7 right now, you guys. I'd be down for minus 7. It has been consistently like between minus 25 and minus 31 for 2 weeks with like a brief day of minus 7, but felt like with the wind chill minus 25 anyway. So it's been a long couple of weeks, let me tell you. Alright, so now that you guys are here, this GHMV Reacts is more so just kind of like a chill live stream. We're not going to really react to a whole lot. Mostly because I just want to hear your guys' predictions for the show this year and let you know my predictions and just chit chat about GH. We can even talk about what's been going on so far this week on GH. For starters, Luke Spencer is dead. Why? Nonsense. What do you guys think about that, by the way? Angel Blue, you said, I remember last winter it was minus 30 degrees and the power went out. I had to go to my room and light a candle and get under the blankets. That is not fun. It's been many years since that's happened to us here, but it was not fun. We got lots of power. Doing good. We're doing good. And look, also my live stream is like going smoothly today, y'all. The internet's not crapping out. It's not even saying that I'm having dropped frames at any point, so we're good. We're golden. Shadow, literally why? Exactly. Why now? Why kill Luke? They killed him off for no reason. I mean, do I think he's dead? I don't know. I mean, obviously, Victor is responsible. But the way that he worded it, he said that Luke has been neutralized. It still won't let you type? Laura? Yeah, I was pretty excited for Tracy being back too, because I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know that Tracy was coming back to the show. I knew Felicia was. Angel, I was just gonna say, Angel, that I feel like Luke and Holly are probably trapped in that jail cell together, wherever that jail cell is. At least I hope so. But the thing is, the only thing that has me worried is that if you know Tony Geary, he ain't coming back to the show, regardless. Dude is living in Amsterdam, just like his character. Traveling is probably hellish on its own, but Tony burned many bridges on his way out of GH and expressed no desire to return every time he's talked about GH. The only reason why he returned last time is because Jane Elliott was retiring, and he adores Jane. And he didn't even speak, so... If that doesn't tell you that Luke's not coming back, then, you know, I don't know what will. The only other, like, possible outcome is, like, maybe GH knows it's ending and they're gonna have, like, all the veteran characters come back all at once by the end. Which I hope isn't the case, but, damn. Oh, this is your first time at the live stream, too. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here, Laura. Jeannie did do an amazing job this week, Jacarius. And also, Jackie Zeman, Bobby, did a phenomenal job. I was choked up. I think there's something wrong in the chat. I can't see comments, and I noticed it last week as well. I respond to comments I couldn't see. Are you... hold on. Shadow, are you in your chat, are you on live chat or top chat? Because if you're on top chat, it's only going to show the highlights, but if you're on live chat, you'll see all the comments. Because I've done that a few times before. I don't know if GH is ending. That's just, I mean, I just know that Tony Geary's not coming back, so to fake kill him off would be pointless as killing him off, I feel. I don't know. Hey Nathan, my least favorite storyline of Luke Spencer. Oh my god, the entirety of the first half of his like final arc where it made it seem like he was... Yeah, exactly, Jacarius. Fluke. That was my least favorite story of Luke by far. The only thing that salvaged it was the standalone episode where we got to see his past and like what he went through as a kid and the trauma that he went through. That is the only thing that saved it. Everything else about it was horrible. See, Luke, for me, Jacarius, is one of the reasons why I became like a diehard fan, because even though I was kind of watching GH already, there was such fanfare over Laura coming back in 2006. And I didn't know anything about Luke and Laura, okay? I knew nothing. I was like, who is this lady that we only see the back of her head? And why is everyone making a big deal that she's coming back? And then I ended up going onto YouTube and watching, like, their classic scenes. And that's when I just became a diehard of, like, all the veteran characters, like, from the 80s. So, like, Luke and Laura, Anna, Robert, Holly, Felicia Frisco, like, that whole gang. Young Robin, like, all the characters from the 80s. And that's why I became a diehard fan, and that's why I always get excited when these veteran characters from that glorious time on GH is why I still watch today. I don't think I would still watch if I didn't know about the rich history of the show, because I didn't know how long it was on. I knew that my grandmother watched it when I was young, like, you know, toddler. But before that, you know, that was the 90s, and this show's been around since the 60s, so... They turned Laura into a deadbeat. Did they though? Because she was in a coma. Like, that wasn't her fault. Nathan, you hated when they had Luke kill Jake. You know what though? I actually really enjoyed that story because of the phenomenal acting done by that entire cast at the time. They all killed it. Tony Geary and Jonathan Jackson especially. The scenes where Lucky tells Luke that he was the one that ran over Jake. So powerful, and probably one of my favorite scenes between Luke and Lucky of all time. Like, for sure. So good. Laura, you said, I feel like they're always going to protect the ability to recast. Even if they have some shadowy figures, we never see the face of pretending to be Luke. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. They could easily do that. They've done that for Luke before as well. Yeah, I agree. That's why, like, my initial reaction, Angel, was, what? Like, Tony's not dead. Why are they killing off Luke? That was my reaction. I wonder if he knows. Like, I wonder if Jane threw him a message and was like, "I'm coming back to the show to announce that your character is dead." Like, man, to be a fly on the wall of that conversation if it happened. Because you know Jane called Tony. You know she did. But to me, Sunny and Jason got me into GH. I love the vets like Tracy, Tony, Bobby, and Monica. Yeah, like I think definitely the mob aspect kind of brought me into the show initially. Or like one of the big sweeps. I think the fire at the Port Charles Hotel is what brought me in, and then like the mob stories that followed. But it was when Laura came back in 2006 where I fell in love with the characters from like yesteryear and the stories that happened back then. And why I always got excited when the characters would come back, and I'd always get mad when the characters were being written as like caricatures. I saw a picture of Robert, I believe, with Tony in Amsterdam. I don't know if it's recent. I'm sure he's visited. I know he's had visitors in Amsterdam. Like people have gone like from the cast to visit him there, and vice versa. He's gone to LA to visit some of the cast as well. And I think he even did an interview with Nancy Lee Grahn sometime, like, I feel like it happened in 2020, like during the start of the pandemic, I think. They had an interview together. Very open and honest one. Tony, of course, is always really honest whenever he speaks about the show or his life. I had to look up my history on GH. Yeah, YouTube was a godsend for me. There used to be, there still is a lot on there from like the decades ago, but there was so much more back in 2006 because YouTube wasn't as popular, and there wasn't as many restrictions on what people could upload. So there was a lot of bootleg, copyrighted content being uploaded back then. Now we can't even sit through like, a single video without ads. Angel Blue, you said Sunny, Carly, and Jason definitely brought you in when you were a child. You loved Nicholas and Emily. Aw, Nicholas and Emily, they were a good couple too. Welcome, ETM Machine. It's okay. We're literally just chilling, and right now we're just talking about our reaction to Luke being dead. That's what we're talking about. We haven't even gotten into our predictions yet. Audrey babysat Elizabeth's kids all the time. That was her role. Off topic, but what do you think about Pine Valley, the sequel of AMC coming up? Maybe a potential Landview, a sequel of One Life to Live. I didn't watch All My Children or One Life to Live that much. Like, I was strictly GH. The only time I really tuned in for All My Children was their own super couple making a comeback. They were black couple, Jesse, and I can't remember the other character's name, but I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. I only watched when they came back to the show and the great scenes of their reunion, and of course like old All My Children scenes of Anna. I looked back on, especially to learn about Alex. Why create a sequel to a show that was canceled? They have been doing that for a while now, like just in general, like a lot of reboots of canceled shows. So, I mean, why not? Why not, right? Port Charles was the first ABC show you watched. I didn't really watch Port Charles. I knew of it. I did look back and watch like the vampire stuff. Jesse and Angie, thank you, Jacarius. I watched the Caleb and Libby stuff. just because I was curious what Kelly Monaco used to do on that show. And then, of course, they brought Michael Easton on as John McBain. And I was like, okay. And I think Sam and John McBain had a What If episode before, long before the other soaps got canceled. So I was interested to see if they were going to have that mentioned, but they never did. They just acted like John and Sam had never met before. You're an avid watcher on AMC. You only watch Port Charles for Livy and Caleb. I liked that. Port Charles was cool. It was very sci-fi with the vampires and stuff, but I liked seeing Caleb or Michael Easton singing as a rock star on stage. I actually really enjoyed, as cringe-worthy as it was, when they brought on Caleb to General Hospital for the 50th year, just to celebrate the show's history and bring that into the forefront. Lucy the Vampire Slayer, yeah. I enjoyed it. It was campy as hell. The one thing Ron Carlivati did know how to do as a writer was make things campy, and that's kind of gold when the show is celebrating its 50th year. You kind of want all the nostalgia at you all at once, right? So I was okay with how that year played out, but then Ron Carlivati just fell apart after that. Laura, you said my entire family watched GH for different reasons. Dad, mom, nostalgia, aunt, the cameos. You, the character writing, loved Night Shift and After Dark. Wish they were reruns. Yeah, Night Shift was a great show. It really was. You only want to see Michael Easton and Kelly Monaco as Caleb and Livy. Yeah, they killed off Allison. Yeah. And she had her son Rafe on there for a while too. I actually liked Molly and Rafe, not gonna lie. I was rooting for them more so than TJ and Molly back then. Yeah, Rafe is Caleb's son. I mean, I don't know their whole storyline, so I don't know the gist of it. Yeah, that's right, Shadow. Port Charles was a soap in its own. They had episodes 5 days a week. It was just an entirely different soap opera. Not like a primetime spin-off, not like a 30-minute show. Or maybe it was a 30-minute show, but it was a soap. It was 5 days a week. And often, I guess, based on the clips that I had seen online, Port Charles and GH would intertwine. When the Nurses' Ball was happening on GH, the Nurses' Ball was also happening on Port Charles. And in GH, you would see the GH cast doing the Nurses' Ball. And on Port Charles, you'd see the Port Charles cast doing the Nurses' Ball. And Lucy was hosting both of them because she was on both shows. Allison and Rafe got married at the end. PC was a 30-minute show, okay. But yeah, the shows often cross paths, and the characters would also go into each other's scenes from time to time. Because Port Charles still had the hospital aspect, but it was a different side of the hospital, so the set looked a little bit different. It was just a different wing of the hospital. Lucy had so many guys on the show. I think that's true about both shows, Jacarius. Lucy's been with a lot of men. Serena and Christina. Serena... I don't... Where did they say that she was? I think her character is living out in Florida. The actress that plays her joined the military, though. Epiphany had a ton of extra character development and plots on Night Shift. She really did. That's what I really liked about Night Shift, is that they actually focused on the hospital characters. I hate saying that because imagine needing a spin-off of a show called General Hospital that focuses on the hospital. Like, these storylines should have really played out on GH. Like, they needed to give all the characters the character development that they gave on Night Shift on GH. And it would have made them all entirely more interesting. Like, they all had great storylines. Lainey had a great storyline with that guy who was suffering from PTSD and her dad dying of Alzheimer's. And Kelly had a sex addiction. Kelly Lee. Do you see GH making any kind of cuts in the near future? Their cast is still way too big. Honestly, it's hard to say. I mean, they seem to be bringing characters back. I feel like, honestly, with Steve Burton and Ingo being off, that probably freed up a lot of cash. Because they're probably not cheap to have on. Because they've been on the show for so long. Sam should have had more scenes with her Port Charles dad, Kevin. Yeah. Yeah, Livy was Kevin's daughter, right? There was PC Stars came on GH. Yeah, that's true. Also, Jacarius, I don't know what happened to Christina. I don't even, like, I know that she's out there somewhere, but I've not heard about her in years. Lainey played Kenny on PC. Yeah, I think you're right. Alright, well, now that we've strolled down memory lane a little bit, what do you guys think is going to happen on GH in 2022? We can like go through like characters and couples. You guys can tell me what you want to start with. Whatever happened to Dr. Lee and Lainey? They just disappeared. Never to be seen or heard from again. Kelly came back briefly, but that was it. Just for like a brief appearance a few years back. They didn't even show up to Robin's funeral when she died. Yeah, Lainey had a love interest. I mean, she did on GH once too. But actually, for a little bit, Lainey was dating Epiphany's son, Stan. The truth comes out about Trina's paternity. Yeah, that's gonna come out because now, you know, Curtis is saying that he's in love with Portia, and Portia just wants to forget the past, and she'll probably forever keep it a secret that Trina is his son, or his daughter. Nathan, you hope that Lulu wakes up and hopefully Julie Berman plays the role? Hell yeah. I want Julie to play Lulu so badly. Hopefully Luke dying brings Lulu back in some way, you know what I mean? Kevin was like, we have lots of time to tell her, obviously, before she wakes up. Hopefully not that much time. Lulu needs to be back on the show. Help her friend Maxie. Laura, you got a feeling that they're going to try to put Sunny and Nina together. If that's the case, I hope Carly gets a new man too. You know, after last week's scenes, and I said it on GHMV on Sunday, I feel like they're going to try to have Carly link herself to Drew. The way that she said, you go your way and I go mine on like Monday's episode, like you could tell that Carly was like, if you stay here, I'm going to bed you. I don't understand why Portia won't tell Curtis about Trina. What happened to Tiger? I don't know what happened to Tiger. I think he's just probably not on the show. Like, now that the Syra story is kind of on ice, there's no reason for him to be around. Nurses Ball. Yeah, they need to bring the Nurses Ball back for 2022. Sasha and Brando find that Esme was the one who caused their baby to die. I don't think she really did, though. Like, yeah, she locked him in there, but, like, the placenta abrupture, or whatever it's called, like, that happened like, hours after, you know what I mean? I don't think it would have made much of a difference. They put Brooke and Chase together in 2022. Yeah, I think they might. Why not? Chase needs a love interest. Willow's dead in the water, and, you know, Sasha's not gonna happen. Who would we want to see Carly with? Honestly, Carly needs to be by her own damn self for a while. Independent Carly is kind of cool. She don't need a man. Carly is a strong woman. Or she should be. That's how she should be portrayed. That's how I feel anyway. How do y'all feel? Dead silence. There we go. Michael and Willow divorced. They're not married yet, right? Like, they're already divorced. They haven't remarried yet. They just need to break up. You're kind of happy Steve isn't on the show, so I don't have to see Charlie ever again. That was nasty. I was neither here or there for Charlie. I thought it was weird that Jason was falling for Carly. Give Sean a story. Yeah. Like, he's got one, but it's not that interesting. Could Drew be revealed as the real Jason Morgan after all? Until Stephen Burton comes back. You know, I don't think the show would dare do it. I really don't think they would do it. There would be so much controversy with it. I don't think the show wants to ruin their relationship with Steve Burton. Because Steve Burton has been very, he's been very, what's the word I'm looking for? He bowed out gracefully. You know what I mean? Like, he's talked about being open to coming back to the show once the mandate is lifted. And then you got Ingo, who's just, like, burning every bridge down to the ground. Like, they're not going to bring Jax back. I'm surprised they didn't kill Jax off screen already. Like they did Luke. I don't think Milo is gonna... Yeah, I don't think Milo's gonna last either, Shadow. Like, you could tell even, even Harmony is looking at Michael like... This boy, what? Doesn't seem to trust my daughter's judgment. No, they're not gonna recast Jax. They're not gonna bring him back. There's no purpose to recast Jax. Jax is so unnecessary. Watch them break up Sasha and Brando. These couples, like, yeah, they probably will break up Sasha and Brando. Brando will probably join the mob, and Sasha's gonna hate it, and she's gonna break up with him. Exactly, Angel Blue. Yeah, there was no inkling that Jason was in love with Carly. Loves Carly, yeah, absolutely. But in love, no. Now, I'm all for Chase in Brooklyn, but that's just because already they seem to have some actual chemistry. Yeah, they do. They already have great friendship chemistry, and that's half the battle. Give Molly a story. I agree. Preach, Jacarius. We didn't even get to see Molly's first day in court. ETM machine. No, Tony Geary is alive. Tony Geary. That's why we were all so mad earlier. Like, why are they killing off Luke? Tony is still alive. He's not planning to come off or coming back to the show. We know he's not. He doesn't want to. He never will again. Unless the show ends, probably. But I just, like, there's no reason for it. There's just some nonsense to usher in whatever story they're wanting to do with Victor Cassadine. They're trying to make Victor, like, male Helena, which they could have done with Valentine and chose not to. Maxie needs to do better. Yeah, Steve isn't burning any bridges with the show. He's only there to egg on Sunny since they don't have a storyline together. There's no point in having him. So, yeah, exactly. Let him go back to Australia for a while. Yeah, like, Jack serves absolutely no purpose to the show. He's Jocelyn's dad. You know what? Frisco is Maxie's dad. Is he on? No. So many characters are missing their fatherly figures on the show. Jocelyn will just be another one. By the way, if you're hearing loud noises, my dog and my mom are playing fetch upstairs above me. So apologies. Jacarius, you want Nicholas and Ava to leave town? I don't mind them. I do miss Tyler Christopher though. I kind of want them, like, I want the Cassadines to just stick around because they are building them again. I mean, they got Nicholas and they got Ava's married to Nicholas. They got Spencer on. They have Victor on. They have Valentine. Valentine has Charlotte. Like, there's a lot of Cassadines on the show. Alexis, of course, and Christina and Sam and Molly. They're like the biggest family on the show right now. They're bigger than the Quartermains. I know they'll never do it, but I was hoping Maxie would just kill Peter herself. They need to do that, Laura. Like, Maxie, if Peter is gonna die, Maxie needs to be the one to kill him. For sure. I wish they would invest more with Molly and TJ. I agree, Angel. When they finally brought up their interracial couple, and some people aren't going to like that, I did not really care because they don't invest in them. Yeah, like, it's bold of GH to have gone and brought that up, but, you know, sadly there's like a chunk of the viewers that are probably just racist assholes that hate it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're right, Jacarius. They need to stop being scared because they you know that you can see that they want to do it. Because they've done it a few times. They've touched on racism and, you know, injustice and crooked cops. But, you know, they drop it. Didn't Peter get poisoned in jail? Or that, you know, yeah, you're right. Peter did get poisoned in jail. Where he survived. Or that, I missed that one where he survived. It sucks me having to work at 4 and me having to miss half. Yeah, he was poisoned in jail. Sadly, he's woken up. Just recently, just this week, he woke up from that coma that he was in from that attack. But yeah. I don't know, did you guys watch today's GH? Because Britt had a great line to Peter today, and she was like, he was talking about, oh, like, your hatred for me, I'm going to bring that up to the cops since they're investigating who tried to poison me. And Britt just looked him dead in the eye and was like, if I had poisoned you, I would have given you the right dosage. Britt was badass today, y'all. They weren't scared back in the day. Yeah, you're right. Threesomes, what happened to me at GH? So PC, I don't know. Break up Curtis and Portia. I mean, it's inevitable. Like, the second that Curtis finds out that Portia lied to him about Trina, then, you know, that relationship is over. Like, lies is what made Curtis break up with Jordan. So, it's coming. The second that truth comes out, it's coming. Wasn't there like Alexis and I forget his name? Didn't they have it? Yeah. Alexis and Sean were together. Yeah. And Sean's back on the show and living with Alexis right now. topic of interracial couples get hate still is important. Yeah, you're right, but you can't do that story right if I don't see their interracial couple. Yeah, you're right. Like they do need to do more with Molly TJ. I think the most powerful thing that they can do is, have them have real, actual stories. And, like, yeah, they can touch on race every now and then, but just let them be, like, a normal couple and show them as, like, a couple just like anyone else. I think that's why I mostly like what they've done with Terry being transgender, is that they're focusing on her being a doctor and just being like, yeah, she's a doctor. She just happens to be transgender and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I like that sort of route because it comes off less preachy. And I think it's important to show that, everyone is the same, essentially. Don't bring back Jordan. She ain't needed. Well, now it's all... So, clearly the reason why Jordan left the show is because the actress got pregnant, right? And that's it, because she's about to pop. I don't know if she's had the baby yet, but, like, the timing works out. I think that she probably left the show to have a safe pregnancy in the midst of, the COVID situation. Like, she probably didn't want to be on set and risk anything, right? Curtis is a hypocrite and I won't feel sorry for him, unfortunately, when he gets his heart broken. Curtis and Portia are only together because Portia is the only other black woman left on the show for Curtis to date. You know what? For a while, I thought that they were going to put him and Hayden together, and also him and Nina, but he's just like BFFs with all the white ladies. Yeah, Sean, thank you. Maybe they're going to get back together. That would be a good storyline. I wouldn't mind them getting back together. But Alexis just, notice that she just becomes friends with all her exes. Like, she's friends with Jax, even though not so much in real life. She's friends with Ned. She's friends with Sean. She's civil with Rick. She's civil with Sunny. Yeah, GH could definitely do better with their LGBTQ characters as well. Stop making GH as the Carly show. I agree. Oh my god, I love Laura Wright. I adore her. And I can handle Carly in doses, but they really utilize her way too much. So unnecessarily. GH is too afraid of criticism. He really is BFFs with all the white ladies, though. Think about it. Like, Laura is his bestie. Hayden was. Nina was. And... like they did with Kiki, kill Jordan off. No, I don't think they need to kill Jordan off. She can just stay in recovery for a while. I love GH, but they've been shying away from race and sexuality and non-traditional relationships, and what drew me to GH in the first place was they were a little more daring at one point. They were, like, you can... I feel like the show themselves is more than okay to tell those stories, and I think it's the reactions that happen afterwards, or the backlash, that has the network kind of pulling them back from kind of going full throttle with some of these stories. Actually, you know what I was watching the other day, because it just kind of appeared on my news feed, was Lucas, when he had first come out on GH, getting gay bashed, and Dylan and Georgie finding him in the snow right after Brooklyn left the show. And then Lucas didn't get a story, he just got ushered off screen. Yeah, I think honestly, like when I compare like GH, like 2012 onwards to like the previous decade, they definitely are doing better with the diversity than they did back then. But then you look back at the 90s, and that's when they were thriving in the diversity. They had, you know, characters of all races having really great stories and intertwining together and showing each culture really well. Epiphany and Felix barely be on the show. Yeah, it's true. I miss Felix. Felix was fun. Christina could have fell in love with a girl at college and not her teacher. Yeah, right? I mean, it was very in character to have her fall in love with her teacher, and such a twist to have it be a female. But yeah, super uncomfortable to watch though. Yeah, Felix is underutilized. Yeah, they had. You remember recently they had Felix hanging out with the recast Lucas, and nothing came of it. Yeah, 90s GH was really great. We gotta look back at some 90s episodes sometimes, guys. Make a heartfelt LGBTQ couple. Yeah, they really need to. Man. That storyline kind of creeped me out. That was kind of gross for me. Yeah, Christina and her teacher, you mean, ETM? Yeah. Christina and Valerie could have been dope, though. Like a mixed race, like bisexual couple, and then Valerie left. Well, see, Jacarius, see, Curtis and Jordan were pretty forefront for a couple of years. They weren't likable to many people, but I feel like the GH like really made them leading characters on the show, which I never thought would happen, but like they were getting a lot of time on screen, more so than like black characters had been in years. I think the only problem Sonny and Alexis has with Parker is that Parker was her teacher. Yeah, it's true. Like I feel like Sonny was like a little bit iffy about Christina being gay, possibly, but Christina and Valerie, I was so hopeful. Yeah, I was too, Shadow. They were so fun to watch. But they were really underutilizing Valerie just in general, and that's probably why the original actress left. And no one really liked the recast, so it is what it is. I hear she's thriving, or like the first Valerie is thriving in her new show, though. Yeah, sorry, I'm going back on the comments. ETM, you said, now you don't see anything from Christina. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think Christina was on like 4 times last year. I hope they use her more, because Lexi is a great actress. I know they're never going to have a child-free, non-monogamous, polyamorous, bisexual character, but sometimes one likes to see a little bit of something that resonates with the non-traditional norm. Yeah, you're right, Laura. It'd be cool to see that utilized. Yeah, Brittany. I adored her as Valerie. A lot of people didn't like Valerie. I really liked Valerie. And there was so much story to tell because, you know, like, Luke and Bobby's sister was her mom, and we knew nothing about Valerie's dad. It's still kind of funny that Chloe Lanier played the young version of her mom before she played Nell. Yeah, Brittany went to a show that appreciated her. Yeah, you know, Vanessa Antoine, who played Jordan first, she was a great actress. She was Canadian, fellow Canadian. I actually got to talk to her when she was on the GA Chapter show on AfterBuzz TV when that was the thing. Do y'all see Alexis and Harmony as a couple? I don't know. I mean, Alexis has such bad luck with men. She might as well dip her toe in the female pool. I don't see it happening, but I don't know. I mean, they've got Harmony on contract now for a reason. I just haven't figured out what that is yet. Yeah, Vanessa is thriving though, as in her primetime show here in Canada. I'm not super into that show. I did watch the first season. Not really my thing, but she's doing a great job on it. Yeah, I do like seeing Alexis and Harmony as friends. I don't know about them being a couple, but I like them sharing scenes together. It'll be interesting to see how Christina feels about their friendship. Because at some point that's going to happen. You know, 7 months from now, when they decide to bring Lexi back for her first appearance in 2022. You just didn't like the Jordan character, not a fan. I like Jordan Jacarius, I'm sorry. I like Jordan, I like Curtis, I like Portia. I enjoy those characters. They have so much more potential than what they've been written, though. Like, Jordan and Curtis could have been a really fun, hot couple. Whether it was Vanessa playing her or Brianna. They just needed them to color outside the lines once in a while. Now Curtis is a club owner. And Jordan is in a hospital. You didn't like how they were writing the character? I wonder what Christina really feels about Sam dating her brother. I feel like they don't care. I know people want people to care, but it's not like we see Christina interacting with Dante ever. And she's probably like, well, they're not related, so it's fine. I just laugh because I think, no one really asked, I wonder what Steven thinks about his brother and sister dating. When it was, Franco and Elizabeth. What happened to the pot storyline back with Oscar because it's legal in New York now? I barely even remember that, Laura. I mean, Oscar's dead now, so it doesn't even matter. And it's so funny because, here in Canada, it's legal across the country, so not a big deal over here. And it's been like that for several years now. I want to say 2017, but even before that, no one really cared. Thoughts about the Leo character? It's interesting that they're making him autistic. The actor himself, he's still a little kid, so whether we see him often or not, it just feels like they're kind of throwing it in there to be not edgy, but like look what we had on our show. That's I think that's the weird pattern with GH, is that they'll throw in these like stories just to be like, hey, we did that once. It's like, yeah, they threw in Terry, and they're like, yeah, we have a transgender character. They had, spina bifida with Donna, brought that up, never been brought back again. Bobby had diabetes, brought that up, threw it out. Alexis had that hand thing, I forget what it's called, but they dropped that. Anna had cancer once, hasn't really been talked about ever. Like, they do all these little things here that are like, oh wow, GH is being educational, or being like showing diversity, and then they just don't do anything with any of it ever. And that's a pattern that GH needs to break for 2022. Just do the thing and keep it consistent and have it keep going. If you're gonna start a story, roll with it. Yeah, GH does need to do better with their disabilities. I actually have a brother. My brother Frank is autistic. He lives in New York. He doesn't speak. He just, he does understand everything and can show emotions and everything, but yeah, he doesn't speak at all. Osteoporosis, that's what it is, Angel. Thank you. Exactly, Laura. Yeah, for the relevance, just to be like, hey, we did that, and then they don't do anything. They're going to drop the autistic story. I know it's going to happen. Yeah, probably. They had Jagger's son, Stone, be autistic on Night Shift. They should have carried Jagger and his son over to GH. What else do we want for 2022 for GH, guys? Does my brother communicate by sign language? No. He, see, I don't live with him because he lives in New York. I haven't even actually met him. We all talk online. Like, I have 3 siblings in New York. Frank, David, and Davette. And, Davette and Frank are really close, and she just understands him. But yeah, she, they're good at communicating however they do it, but it's not sign language. That spina bifida story was disappointing to me. Someone who was born with spina bifida. You were born with spina bifida, Angel? More hospital storylines. More hospital storylines for sure. It is called General Hospital. They need to, it's sad. The only doctor nurse that we have on the show don't even know how to diagnose a dead person properly. Or someone that isn't dead. Who knows, maybe the writers will watch a show now and then get an idea or two. Hard to say. They don't even watch their own show. They forget their own scenes, Laura. Or do you mean this show? They're not gonna watch me talk here. Y'all, I got a small base of fans that watch this. Yeah, I've definitely seen I can't talk. Autistic people have a better life. I have a couple of friends that are autistic here in town, and they're thriving with their jobs and their education, and like they say, it's a spectrum, and there's different levels of levels of autism that people have. They look like they are actually showing autism somewhat better. I hope they actually show applied behavior analysis. Oh, you have a bachelor's degree in ABA. Wow. Put Mac back on contract. Yeah, like they have Felicia on contract now, so they might as well put Mac on it too. Yeah, I feel like I feel like most of Leo's story is probably going to happen off screen. Like, you could tell that they, like, while they're doing an okay job at it, like, it really was more so about giving Ned and Olivia, like, some kind of conflict to make their relationship, you know, struggle for a bit and then find their way back to each other. But we'll see what happens next, because now they've diagnosed him. Ned and Olivia are getting back together and renewing their vows. That means there's no more drama in that sense, so I'd be surprised if they continue the story at all, to be honest. Hey Jackie, I'm one of your fans. Is this your first live? It's not my first live. I've been going live for a few weeks, every Wednesday now. I think maybe I did my first one on I think I did my first one on Halloween. I was in costume on Halloween. But yeah, I've been GHMV Reacts. This show wasn't live first, but then I figured out like a few months back, I was like, oh, I can go live, and so I was like, I might as well try to do this show live, and that's what we've been doing now. We can say this is like the official first one of the year, though. Yes, I was born with SB. I was reading through the comments on social media about Donna with SB. People still don't understand the severity of spina bifida. I mean, clearly the writers don't either, because, you know, they were like, poof, it's gone. Like right when she was born. Yeah, I agree, Shadow. Like, I just feel like it was just a plot point to have Ned and Olivia disagree with something. And, like, again, GH's chance to be relevant. Or, you know, woke. Yeah, we really don't see the PCBD anymore. I used to think that it would have been such a great idea to have Curtis and Sam and Drew back when Billy was playing him. I guess he would have been Jason still at that point. Maybe, I don't remember. It all blends together. But them as like what do you call it? Like a private eye. And like helping the PCBD, because Lord knows they need help. And it could have been like a fun thing to like kind of usher out the mob a little bit and have like heroes be actual heroes, like the good guys be heroes for once. Spina bifida is a spectrum itself, with mild to severe to the point you are paralyzed from whatever point on the spine. Wow. I mean, I suppose they could do that in the future with Donna still, maybe, but I just don't see them doing it again. I just feel like it was a way to just show that, hey, we know about this, and then drop it. Austin could be autistic. They could make Austin autistic. He's weird, but I feel like Roger is just being Roger. You know, like Roger, to me, whether he played Todd or Franco or Austin, it seems like he's just playing the same character each time. Like, I know people praise Roger Howarth for being like a great actor. He's not bad, but I just don't see all the hype. I'm like, he's playing the same character over and over again. But yeah, I mean, since he picked up on it, he either might be autistic himself, or maybe he knows someone that is. It's hard to say. They could have simply just had Austin be the one to notice it, to give, you know, him even more drama with the Quartermains, though. Yeah, when it comes to, you know, the writers, like, I just don't trust their reasoning for doing certain stories. Like, I always want to be hopeful that, like, they're doing this to really educate the people and tell like a really great story that will have angst and character development and growth, and then I get disappointed every single time. Every time. You have some people in your family with autism as well? Should have done had 1 or 2 surgeries so far. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they just stopped talking about it altogether. So that they could kill Sonny off for 9 months. Put him in Nixon Falls. Madonna seems like a perfectly, healthy little girl so far. What else would we like to see for 2022, guys? Jade should have consulted someone with spinal bifida. Yeah, I feel like one thing that I'm noticing, I feel like GH doesn't have people that they consult with these storylines. I feel like they Google shit and then just try to roll with that. Where I think GH used to actually have consultants for like medical stuff back, even like 15 years ago they did. Adults diagnosed with autism at 20 or 39. Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, like certain things like didn't have like a diagnosis, back when people were younger. So they might have just not known that they were autistic. GH has never gone kinky, has it? What do you mean by that, Laura? Nina, I don't know what to say to her. Nina just needs to get herself some help in 2022. She needs, a therapist. They could bring Lainey back. They can bring Lainey back for Nina so she has a therapist. Don't put Nina on Kevin's watch. Don't do it. Nina offering, Sonny a ride home. I was just like, at least it didn't end with a one-night stand. Good lord. Max and Milo. And it'll be interesting to bring Milo back if Epiphany and Marshall get together. Are there no ride shares in Port Charles? I don't think Sonny would know how to use, a phone properly. He strikes me as like a dad that wouldn't know what to do with new technology. Like, dude still has a house phone. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like Sonny just doesn't know how to use technology. Maurice is okay at it, clearly. He's a very entertaining on his Instagram. Yeah, they could easily show Donna thriving. I mean, even Daytime has dipped into kink and BDSM, even if it was just for a joke. And I really find it funny that a show with so many cops in handcuffs. Oh, okay, Laura. They've definitely gotten kinky before, both on GH and Night Shift. Robert and Anna got a little bit kinky on Valentine's Day back in the 80s. I think Maxie and Spinelli role-played once as, like, aliens and, like, space, like, astronauts. Like, that definitely happened with Maxie and Spinelli. Maxie was in handcuffs in a hospital supply closet with Cooper Barrett, and Mac caught them, and so did another, like, a GH, or not a GH, like a General Hospital staff member. Who was she? Miss Sneed. Miss Sneed was the one that caught Maxie and Cooper on Night Shift, and she got injured. And then Mac was the one who spotted them right after. And Maxie was just like, "Hi, Daddy." Yeah, Night Shift was pretty kinky. I wouldn't mind a recast, Lucky, because Laura needs her. Laura does need her kids. Like, one of the things that I've been like saying with Luke dying is that they're like, yeah, Robert and Anna and Felicia and Laura and Bobby, but like none of his kids are on the show, and like I don't think Lucky and Ethan are coming back. If they do, I'd be really happy if they did, but I just don't see them coming back. Dante and Lulu's first time was very raunchy. I think it was, well, it wasn't, it was very, what's the word? It wasn't kinky or raunchy, like, it's just that at one point there was side boob and the show literally had to blur it out. But that, you know, that's not so much kinky, it's just like an oops on the show's part. Let's see what else. Jacarius, you Miss Max and Milo. They were alright. Writers are killing Epiphany and Marshall as killing Epiphany and Marshall as a potential. I don't know why. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with them. I feel like the Sunny character would call for a ride before he'd call a cab. Probably. Oh, they friend zoned them right off. I mean, I don't know if they friend zoned Marshall and Epiphany yet. It's just that Marshall, like, he's been dead for 40 years or however long it's been. He hasn't had a love since probably Curtis's mom died. Yeah, like Dante and Lulu's time wasn't raunchy to me. Like, it was just, you know, they showed some side boob and they had to blur it out. Yeah. GHMV reacts. We'll go back and react to some stuff as, you know, time goes on now. I don't think we're gonna do like themed months for a while, just because we're gonna run out if we keep on doing it. But we'll watch random scenes, and you know, now that it's kind of in live stream form, you know, y'all can decide while we're on screen what we can watch. Maxie and Spinelli were a lot of fun, though. Spinelli singing to Maxie in karaoke was like my favorite scene, and then them making love right after. Their song "Close Your Eyes and Wander." I loved that song. Summer 2009 on GH was so good, and then it was ruined by Franco. Maybe that could be February episode. Oh, like we get like we'll definitely do like a Valentine's theme GHMV reacts in February, and we can just watch like romantic scenes between characters. But yeah, like I said, now that it's live stream form, we can just watch multiple scenes like the whole time. SGH love scenes. It's still a daytime show. Yeah, it is a daytime show. They can only do so much. Jacarius, I have done like 10 JSam reaction videos. I love them, okay, but I can't just keep reacting to Jason and Sam. I can't. I've done like multiple episodes that were just dedicated to them. There are other characters on the show. Many other great characters. Many other great romantic characters. I've done too many JSam related GHMV reacts. I love JSam. You know that, but you know. Can't make it all about them. All the karaoke, yeah, I loved the karaoke episodes, Laura. They were so fun to watch. All the karaoke, yeah. Man, I think my favorite, I mean, obviously Spinelli and Maxie was like one of my favorite karaoke moments, but Lulu, Maxie, and Rebecca singing Don't Ya with Diane joining them at the end was hilarious. And what else was good? Mac and Alexis doing Dancing in the Street was hilarious as well. It's true. No, don't even worry about it, Jacarius. It's just, you know, you've been here through like most of the GHM reacts. You know I've done a lot of JSam. Hi, Leo Cardes. Yeah, they are shutting GH down because of COVID-19. They say it's just for a week though, so it shouldn't affect what we see so much. Hopefully not, unless it gets extended. We'll see. I mean, the thing about the Omicron is that it doesn't seem to be as severe. It is spreading like wildfire for sure, 100%. But, you know, most people are ending up in the ICU, which is a good thing. Yeah, there's hospitalizations, you know, happening, but we don't know for how long. I don't know for how long. It hasn't really gotten too bad in Alberta where I'm at. I know that it's on its way for sure. Ontario and Quebec have kind of locked down again. But I'm hoping because the variant is less severe that, you know, we're hopefully, God willing, near the tail end of this thing, because, you know, 2 years is bad enough. I can't sit through a third, you know what I mean? I would love for you to react when Alexis goes off at Christina's funeral. I'm surprised I haven't. I'd do it again, because that's a great scene, Jacarius. Alexis going off at Christina's funeral. You rewatch the karaoke scenes all the time. I do too, Laura. I do too. Dante and Lulu's love story. Yeah, that was a great one too. Yeah, it is really contagious. It's crazy how contagious it is. My favorite GH funeral moment? Maxie ripping into Felicia at Georgie's funeral was pretty great. We've reacted to that one before. What else? Other great funeral moments. I'm trying to think. GH tends to do funerals really well in general, I find. Hi, Leopardes. You like Brooklyn? Yeah, I liked when Brooklyn used to sing as well. I miss Adrienne Leon. Nancy was robbed. Yeah, she was. Yeah, I miss when Brooklyn sang too. I loved her singing Before She Cheats. And kind of just, you know, pissing people off while doing it. And I think, didn't she do like a shot and kiss Max or something? Or not, yeah, not Max, Coleman. Diane singing, yeah, signed, sealed, delivered to Max. I remember that at Jake's. Brooklyn singing while Kate and Olivia were fighting was pretty funny too. And she was singing in Spanish there. Back when she and Nicholas were kind of having a thing. Hey, listen, Laura. I liked Luke and Laura and Luke and Tracy. I thought that they were both great couples. You know, obviously a lot of people are gonna choose Luke and Laura over Luke and Tracy because, well, let's face it, they were the super couple, the most watched wedding in television daytime history. Georgie returning as a ghost for Nathan's funeral. Yeah, that was a good one too. They did a really good job with Nathan's funeral. Yeah, she did look like she could be Lois's daughter in real life. GH always has had like really good casting when it comes to families though. Like Julie Berman and Jeannie Francis look like easily mother and daughter. Like Julie looks so much like Jeannie, it's scary. And even like Julie's mannerisms, like in certain scenes, like they were just exactly like Laura's. And I don't know if like she just studied Laura, but like girl was a dead ringer in certain scenes. Yeah, Georgie's funeral, Georgie's montage, yeah. Luke and Tracy were the realest couple, and they really were so fun to watch. And they were comedy gold, man. I think my favorite Luke and Tracy scene, though, was back in 2008. And, like, I think Tracy ran to go get Luke because Lulu was in the verge of her mental breakdown. And, like, they were flying back to Port Charles. And, like, the scenes on the airplane were so hilarious. Jane just had me, like, laughing to the point of tears. Oscar's funeral was nice. Yeah, the Oscar's funeral was nice. I like to send off episode like of him actually dying was better than the funeral though. I knew Tracy would figure out that the baby is Maxie. Oh yeah. Tracy's too smart to, you know, not to jump to that conclusion. But you would think that Felicia would have been suspicious because her and Anna earlier in the episode were like, man, like, why is Maxie so calm about her baby being gone? Like, if I saw, like, Maxie just kind of stroll her way to Bailey and just stare at her, like, the bells would be going off in my head, like, what is even going on? Maxie stays losing so many men. Yeah, you're right. Everyone just dies around Maxie. It's sad. Carly showing up at her own funeral was great. Yeah. Great moment. Great soapy moment. OG Lulu would kick your ass. When she told... Yeah, it's true. Lulu telling Elizabeth off for cheating on Lucky was so good, and I've reacted to that on here too. On one of the GHMV reacts, what is it? Confronting scenes. Emily's funeral made me sad. Emily's funeral made me mad, yo. Like, killing off yet another quartermain. We already lost Alan earlier in the year. And they brought Emily back as, like, a tumor. And then they brought her back as a twin. There was no point in killing off Rebecca. Or, not Rebecca. Killing off Emily. Natalia Livingston, and they just kept her on forever after that. Oh, look, it's James. Hey, James. James Lott Jr. in the chat, everybody. We're talking about predictions for 2022 for GH. Like Maxie said, no one more sneaky than Tracy. That's true. DC Soap Sanctuary. You said, but you know Tracy is always suspicious of people being up to... Yeah, Tracy is suspicious by nature because she is always up to no good. Emily's funeral. Lila's funeral. Yeah, Shadow. Lila's was so sad. They ruined Dante and Lulu when they got her knocked out by that bear. Wait, huh? What? Emily's twin was a joke. Oh, man. Yeah, Helena's curse did work. She cursed the Quartermains and they all died. Helena's curses are unstoppable, Jacarius. Happy New Year, I Leopardes. Oh, the ticking bear. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I forgot about that. So what you're saying is the recast ruined Dante and Lulu. But I can't blame Julie for leaving, you know. She was on the show for a long time. I hope she does come back, but I guess we'll find out one day. Yeah, Stavros kidnapped Lulu and froze her. And then she became Emmy Rylan. Yeah. Yeah, I'm down for Lulu to return as Julie Berman in 2022. Tony Geary making an appearance for the 40th anniversary. I don't see him doing that for like Luke and Laura's 40th anniversary. It's already passed. And, you know, Laura's moved on with Kevin, and, you know, like I said, Tony he doesn't want to be on the, like, he didn't like Luke and Laura anyway, you know what I mean? Like, I think he adored Jeannie as an acting partner, but I think he resented, that everyone loved Luke and Laura so much that that's, like, essentially what they wanted Luke to be forever. Like, kind of have him frozen in time with Laura. Do you think Ethan will come back when he hears Luke died? I hope so. I'd love to see Nathan Parsons again. Ethan's just so enjoyable. And then they can bring him back for Christina. Hello, Christina and Ethan 2022. I am down for that. Has everyone adjusted to the new Nick? You can't stand him, Shadow? I don't mind him. I do miss Tyler Christopher, but obviously he had some personal stuff to work out. I think he's done that now. But whether or not he'll come back to GH, it's hard to tell. Tyler Christopher and Maura West had chemistry from what brief moments we did see of them as Nick and Ava, though. Tony didn't like Luke and Laura. Tony, yeah, he wasn't a fan. Like, I think he resented that it became such a big thing that's all that they wanted Luke's character to be. And then Tony, you know, because Tony's been such a legend on the show, like, he really got to dictate kind of the directions that the writers would take the character. And he definitely had probably too much of a say for his final moments on the show, because Tony didn't want flashbacks. Tony didn't want flashbacks for, you know, his life on Port Charles, so they didn't give him any. I think they showed just one with him and Bobby, and that was it. He didn't want like a montage. He didn't want Luke and Laura to have like the final scene, so Laura got that letter instead of, you know, an actual scene with Tony. Luke didn't say goodbye to Laura, and I think that says a lot. Am I still live, y'all? I think my I just want to check that I'm still live. I can still see you guys chatting. It scared him that the fame of Luke... Yeah, it's true. Like, the fame that he got from Luke and Laura, I think, was very scary. Alright, thanks, Angel Blue. Yeah, no, my live streaming system, like, crashed for, like, 2 seconds. Okay, yeah, it crashed for, like, a second, but, yeah, it reconnected, so we're good. Okay, I'm glad. Let me go back and read some of these comments. I was a bit distracted. He has to come back because of the storyline to work. He's not dead. Yeah, like, that's why I question this Luke is dead story, because it's weird. But, like, I just don't see him making the effort to travel right now, especially living in Amsterdam. And with the pandemic, like, you know what I mean? Do you think Drew has all his memories back? I guess so. Like, they're not really mentioning exactly what Drew remembers and what he doesn't remember. And, like, does he still have all of Jason's memories intact? Tony mad at the wrong people. It's the fans that wouldn't let go of Luke and Laura. I think that's why he rebelled against them so hard, though. You know what I mean? Like, he'd put his foot down with the writers and be like, stop feeding to the fans. Like, I want Luke to have the stories I want him to have. And that's what ended up happening. A joint Luke, Tracy, and Laura and Kevin vow renewal would be the hysterical thing that will never happen this year. But you know, if we're making wild predictions, yeah. Honestly, I was very entertained when they had Luke, Laura, and Holly in bed together. Laura doesn't resent Tracy. Yeah, I really love that Laura and Tracy are, like, best friends. Like, you can tell that they love each other. And it's funny because, like, when I think back of, like, 2008, when Laura found out that Luke was married to Tracy, and Laura was so, like, Luke does love me and wants to be with me, and Tracy had a meltdown. But now to see them as, like, friends, like, I said it before on the show, like, or what I feel like the one thing that the various writers since Frank Valentini came on as GH was write Tracy really well and gave her a lot of character growth that probably wouldn't have happened if it was still Guza in charge. You know what I mean? The Drew character is useless. Yeah, kinda. Holly filmed her scenes in her house. Yeah, that's true. Because Emma Sams had COVID and she shot her scenes there at home. They will change Drew since he's a new Drew. Writers look cool. Yeah. That's the thing with recasts, is that more often than not, like, the show will cater to the strengths and abilities of the actors that play them and, like, you know, roll with that. And I think that it's ruined a lot of characters over the years. Especially Lulu. They made Lulu a total airhead with Emmy Rylan. And, like, this sort of, like, housewifey, like, I don't even know. But Lulu lost all her spunk when Emmy came on. I think that's why Luke and Tracy were so anti-Luke and Laura. They were so non-traditional. They were so great. Yeah. Such different couples, and yet both great couples. Like, no one can touch what Luke and Laura were. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they started in controversy, and, you know, they became this big thing that no one's ever been able to recreate ever in soaps. And, you know, it got to the point where, like, Lady Diana was sending them champagne for their TV wedding. And apparently Jeannie wasn't old enough to drink yet, so she couldn't have the champagne. Yeah, no, I loved Luke and Tracy. They were fun to watch. They should give Jason some character growth and put his boys before the mob. Yeah. And it's funny because they were really doing that when Billy Miller was playing Jason. And then, you know, Steve wanted to come back to the show. So then they're like, you know, this is very un-Jason-like of him to just put Sam and his kids first. Imagine. Yeah, Lulu definitely lost her spark. I really hope Julie comes back. I really want Julie to come back to the show. Yeah, they portrayed Jason differently when Billy Miller played him because Billy didn't understand the Jason character. So they told him to play Jason differently. But they went to extremes to make, you know, Jason so different. Like, I just remember him being in the hospital still, like, right after, you know, he woke up from the surgery or whatever. And him just, like, being like, I'm on top of the world, like, having fun with Elizabeth. And I was like, this is supposed to be Jason? I kept saying how Jason would make a great dad. Yeah. Jason really raised Michael more than any of his kids. I mean, not necessarily his fault with Danny. You know, Jason was dead for most of Danny's upbringing first, and then of course Jake died and was back alive when Steve Burton came back. Yeah. Man, have we covered all the predictions for 2022 yet? Like, we've talked about Sunny and Nina and Carly. We kind of touched on the Quartermains a bit. We touched on the kind of the Spencers, Cassadines. I think we said we want Peter to get killed by Maxie, right? I think we're all kind of wanting Peter. We just want Peter dead. I just want Peter dead. It'll be great if Maxie kills him, but, like, I don't care if he just trips and falls on his, you know, on the hospital bed and breaks his neck and dies. Like, frankly, I'm just over it. They said since 2004 how great of a dad he would be, and to have him as a deadbeat dad is sad. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I think that was very interesting that they kind of had Elizabeth say the other day that, you know, Jason wasn't very present, but Jake knew that he was there. Yeah, Jake, yeah. Maxie should be the one to do it. Yeah. I agree. I just want Peter dead. Wes Ramsey can just visit the set with Laura Wright. That's how we got Peter in the first place. Because Wes Ramsey visited Laura Wright at work. That is why we're stuck with Peter after all these years. Can you imagine? What, like bring your husband to work day and now he's Peter August? Spencer's gonna bust Esme while he's in prison in 2022. Man. Hey, de Havilland. Oh yeah, I want Spencer and Trina in 2022. But Spencer needs to be whipped by Trina, okay? Like the moment Spencer starts acting up, Trina needs to put him in his place. But you know what, Jake? If they're gonna keep Wes Ramsey on, then they might as well just give him a new character. I mean, Lord knows Roger Howarth has been like 3. Michael Easton's been like 5 at this point. They might as well just kill him off and, be done with it and just bring him on as someone new. And they can pretend he doesn't look like Peter as well, like they did with Austin. Yeah, New Year's was great to have, and I hope you had a great one too. Can anyone else see the chemistry between Spencer and Joss? I do. The actors look good together. For me, it seems very brother and sisterly, and I think because of that's kind of been the essence of their characters for so long, even with the previous Spencer. That's how I see it. I don't know. You're having a conversation on Messenger, you weren't fully paying attention, you thought something entirely different when you said, oh, Trina to have Spencer whipped. I just mean she needs to, set him straight. Don't take any of his nonsense. Victor's gonna make it where Peter find out about Bailey in 2022 and not gonna tell Val and Bailey about Bailey being Louise. Man. Honestly, today seeing Martin take on Peter as a client, I'm like, Peter is somehow going to get away with killing Franco. This just always happens. I really don't want... Why, Martin? Valentine should just pay him $50,000 and be like, there. Now you don't need to, have Peter as a client. Yeah, I'm really mad that Martin is taking him on. Yeah, he set some boundaries, but Peter's gonna find a way to blackmail him. You know it. Like he does with everyone else. You hope Sonny and Carly make it this year. So here's my thing. I've never been a big fan of Sonny and Carly. The only reason why I wanted them back together back then was because Carly and Franco were just so disgusting to me. Carly, you are dating the man that got your son raped in prison. You know what I mean? I was like, I will take Sonny and Carly back. I really liked Carly and Jax back in the day. Not so much now. You're shipping Martin and Lucy. Yeah, I love Martin and Lucy. Trina being bothered she didn't have a boyfriend. Has Trina actually put herself out there and dating? Hard to say. We didn't see a whole lot of Trina. I really liked Trina and Cameron. I thought that they would be a better couple than Joss and Cameron. But they went with Joss. Nick Chavez is rooting for Sabrina too. Can you blame him? They'd be fire. And everyone sees that Esme is insane. Maybe not Spencer, but all the the actors can clearly see what's going on with Esme. No one wants Esme to be with Spencer. Yeah, Trina friend-zoned Cameron hard. She was just like, you know what? Yeah, I see you as a friend. Is this the year Curtis finds out that Trina is his heart? Yeah, that's like we were talking about that at the beginning of the stream. The moment that Curtis finds out the truth about Trina being his daughter, Portia and him aren't gonna last because that's a lie, and that's why he broke up with Jordan over lies, and that's a pretty big, colossal lie. Carly and Xander dated for a short time. Yep, they did. Yeah, Cam and Trina's kiss was really awkward, but I feel like that had to have been both of their first time kissing someone on screen, right? So it's probably gotten better since then, I would say. I'd give them another chance to kiss. In Spencer's defense, he's surrounded by crazy people. Yeah, you right, Laura. You right. Esme is Nell 2.0. Esme is dollar store Nell. Same hairstyle, same kind of crazy, but just less good at it. She's not good at pretending to be good. You know what I mean? Like, everyone sees through it. Everyone. Hey, Dawn. Yeah, you made it. Glad you can make it. I don't know how much longer I'm streaming. We've kind of covered all the bases with it, but you can tell us your predictions for 2022 while you're here. I'd like to hear it. When Sabrina kiss, it will be epic. Yeah, it will. Esme is Ryan's daughter. We definitely know that there's a connection between Esme and Ryan. But just like, when would he have made her, Like, because she's pretty young. And supposedly, Ryan's been, like, held captive all these years, right? Kind of missed Nell. Chloe is a very good actress. Chloe is a great actress. We kind of touched on how she played Patricia Spencer in that flashback. And I think everyone, like, during that episode was talking about, like, we need Chloe Lanier on the show. Like, that actress is phenomenal. And then they gave her Nell. And she, she's great at playing bad. She was so entertaining as Nell. And I don't think that Nell is done. I think, her off-screen death, too easy. Wonder if they're directed to be that way. I hope when Carly and Sonny get back together, she doesn't get pregnant. God, Carly doesn't need any more kids. Yeah, GH needs to stop with the baby storylines. It just feels like we get 2 every year, and it's like, yeah. It's like Groundhog Day. It's like we're watching the same show every year. The same stories. Yeah, Chloe is a fantastic actress. I mean, anytime that GH hires people to play crazy characters, they nail it. Like, thinking back all the way to Heather Weber. Robin Mattson is such a great actress and so fun. And let's not forget Lisa Niles, played by, I think, Brianna. Her name was Brianna. I can't remember her last name. But she was great as Lisa. Cam and Joss kiss fine, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, they were, their kiss was a couple years ago now. And that was probably their first on-screen kiss. So, Cameron's probably had bit of practice in real life too. You know, he's a good-looking kid. And that was probably, you know, the actress that plays Trina's first on-screen kiss too. It's going to be awkward. They just gotta give her a second chance, and I bet it won't be. I don't know. Sometimes kisses are just awkward. Like Nina and Sunny's kisses were awkward in Nixon Falls. They just looked weird. And same with Sam and Dante's kisses just look really awkward. More Sunny and Nina drama. Wait. Okay, Dawn's predictions now. Esme is going to be related to Ava. To Ava? Really? You think so? More Sunny and Nina drama, probably. When it's bound to happen. Carly will go a little crazy again. Yeah. I don't know about crazy, but she'll definitely... not mentally crazy, but if you mean like classic Carly route, then yeah. I think she's going to go some classic Carly route for sure. 2022, Lulu will return when Sam gets close to Dante. Yeah, you're right. Dante will have to choose. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see where they go with Dante and Lulu if Lulu comes back. Charlie kiss was awkward too. Yeah, it was. Bailey's true identity will come out in a dramatic and lasting fashion. One can hope. And the only thing I worry about with that, Dawn, is that, Peter finding out. I just feel like Peter's gonna manage to escape and get the baby and, cause Maxie to chase him. And, there was the fact that he was going to try and get Drew to kidnap Maxie and do some mind mapping stuff on her. And I feel like that's probably still going to be his game plan if he gets out of jail or, escapes. Charlie kiss was unnecessary. That's why it was weird. Jason doesn't see Carly romantically. Yeah, he will. Peter, just knowing what Peter's plan is, it's bound to happen, and I'm so scared for Maxie. Now that they have Felicia back on, Felicia better go into Mama Bear mode and kick Peter's ass. And bring Frisco back for this too, honestly. Clearly, Jack Wagner is okay with working with Christina Wagner, even though they're exes. They've worked on multiple shows together, since then. The only hope for Nina is if she is the one to find the baby after Peter kidnaps her. Yeah, I mean, that's one way to redeem her a little bit. Angel Blue, Sam, and Dante look awkward because Kelly ain't trying anymore. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think we've had this conversation so many times. Kelly she just seems just over it. But she still, needs a paycheck. So she's there. I think we've all been there with our work, hey, I showed up and I'm here to work and I'll do what I need to do and nothing more. I'll do the bare minimum. Victor is going to find out about Bailey and tell Peter. God. Good God. I hope not. Victor's being... they're trying so hard to make Victor the new Helena. And they easily could have had that with Valentine. That is what Valentine was supposed to be. A man scarier than Helena herself. And dude is just a mouse. Petty mouse. Yeah, Peter needs to be gone. Yeah, I agree. It's way past overdue. Way past overdue. Nina and Sunny looked awkward because the situation is wrong. If a male withheld info on a woman's identity and tried to sleep with her, there would be pitchforks. Yeah, you're right. My predictions for the year, de Havilland? Oh man, I mean, I was thrown for a loop when Luke just randomly died, so, you know, I don't even know what this year is going to bring. I do think, we touched on it, I do think that Brando is going to end up being Sonny's new hitman and to replace Jason. I think, much like everyone else is kind of predicting, Lulu's going to come back at some point and Dante's going to have to choose between Lulu and Sam. And obviously the Spencer and Cassadine War is going to be reignited since Luke is dead. Eventually they're going to find out that Victor killed him because Bobby is not going to rest until she figures out what's going on. And it's kind of weird or wild that Robert hasn't been as suspicious as Bobby. Because he's like, yeah, I looked into it, but no, it was just a freak accident. Clearly it wasn't. But yeah, I think at some point, you know, Bobby is going to catch wind of what happened and maybe bring Laura in on the situation. And God willing, hopefully bring some of Luke's kids back. And I'd like to see Ethan come back and, of course, Lulu come back. And Lucky would be great to come back as well. Let's see. Val will not bust BLQ if he finds out the truth about Bailey. Yeah, that's true. Like, Valentine, once he realizes that Bailey is Louise, like, he would probably respect Brooklyn a lot more. This is the same that show that turned Luke's R-word Laura. Yeah, they turned them into an epic love story. Well, you gotta think too, like, the 80s was a very different time, and things like that were like, you know, like, not saying that it was seen as right, but it was seen as something that happened. And, you know, Gloria Monty, she had a plan for Luke and Laura with their chemistry. And, you know, Luke, realistically, like, I think was supposed to be like a 6-week gig where he was probably just supposed to rape Laura and then get arrested or killed. But then, like, the chemistry with Luke and Laura was so strong that they just tried to roll with it the best that they could, and they changed the rape into a seduction, and then they didn't address it as a rape again until the 90s. Dante got a whole woman. Sam, that's a story. Man. Austin and Britt are going to be BFF and wingman, but going to fall for each other. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I was kind of surprised that they started putting Britt and Austin in scenes together, but I don't mind it. Like, he ain't going to replace Brad as her BFF. But I don't mind, like, them trying to figure out a social life together. That's why I don't get... Yeah, keeping Val out of the loop from the Bailey situation it has never made sense. Because people know that Valentine feels guilty about his role and the person that Peter has become. Like, he would protect Bailey at all costs and would have pretended to continue to be that baby's father. You're watching classic Anna and Duke from the 80s now. Anna and Duke, yeah, they were great. Man, one of these days, like, if I'm ever, like, at home, like, maybe sick, God knows, who knows, what if I get COVID, y'all? I can just live stream and binge watch classic episodes with y'all. I mean, everyone seems to be getting it, which is crazy. Like, so many people I know have it right now, and, like, not just like people that like live, you know, in town, but like people I follow on YouTube and Instagram. Like I'm seeing, like, I follow this dude who like just hangs out with his pet squirrel on Instagram named Peanut. And I'm like, this guy literally just hangs out with his squirrel and seems to have no friends. And even that dude got COVID. So I'm like, you know, I work in a mall where I'm having to deal with people like every single day. I'm like, it's bound to happen with Omicron being so contagious. I'm like, you know, I've got 3 vaccines. I'm not too worried. Everyone that I know that had it, Omicron, it's been mild. But you know, that I'll still have to quarantine. So if that happens, then, you know, I can just binge so many episodes with you guys. So I have nothing else to do. Whoopi Goldberg had Omicron. Yeah, like I said, everyone has Omicron right now. It's crazy. I don't know why they don't put Austin with Liz. You know why, though? Because seldom when they have someone play a new character and try to reunite them with their past love, it doesn't seem to work. Okay? Because Carly and Todd were working really well. Carly and Franco? No. John and Sam? Kind of worked. Silas and Sam? Not so much. Finn. I mean, yeah, like I'm not a Finn and Liz fan. I still want Hayden to come back and maybe Finn kind of reunite with Hayden, but yeah, so many kids are getting Omicron. Yikes. Best pairings on GH so far in general. I mean, most of the pairings in the 80s were great. Robert and Holly were great. Even Robert and Anna were great. Frisco and Felicia were great. Luke and Laura, of course, were great in their time. You know, and like modern day GH, like Martin and Lucy are great. You're right, Shadow. Martin and Lucy are great. I am a fan. Yeah, Dawn. It's a little bit nerve-wracking working in like a public place right now. Because I work in a guest services department for the mall, so I'm constantly having to deal with like, you know, helping people with directions and like giving them scooters and wheelchairs, and you know, we're constantly interacting with people. Yeah, so far 2022, I'm loving Martin and Lucy. Scotty and Liesel are great. What other couples? Brando and Sasha I adore. Felicia and Mac, I want to see more of them in the future for this year. Your mayor and his family have Omicron. Now he's considering bringing the mask mandate back. Our mask mandate has been here like for most of this time. Like we did get rid of it in the summer for a bit, and that bit us in the ass over here, and it's been back ever since. But yeah, like June 2020, we had the mask mandate kick in. They didn't let go of it until June 2021. Brought it back in September 2021 and kept it since. So we've never not had the mandate apart from the brief 2-month period. Lisa really grew on me. Yeah. It's just because, you know, Kathleen Gotti's so damn likable. She's also from Alberta, the province where I live. Also, Jason Thompson, who played Patrick, was back in Edmonton. Like, he was in my city for the holidays. Dawn, did I hear that Ken Schreiner is leaving? I think he's just going on vacation for a while. I don't think he's leaving for good. I think just the way he worded it was a little bit off-putting, but I think he's just on a little bit of a break. You should do a reaction to the Nurses Ball performances. I'd like to, but I know that so much of it would get flagged for copyright because of the songs. You know, they used a lot of like actual songs during the performances. Moosey is great as the It couple. Lottie was hottie in 2021. Oh man, yeah, they I guess they could just pass the mantle. And I'd like to see more of Lucy Coe. Michael's just like Carly. Michael is annoying the hell out of me. I'm here for Willow breaking up with Michael in 2022. And I feel like that could happen. Because, and I think we talked about this a little bit earlier too, like, Harmony is looking at Michael like, you're questioning the judgment of my child? Like, really? With GH shutting down, Kim's vacation is perfect timing? Yeah. I mean, GH has been shut down for a few weeks because they go on break for the holidays as well. And they were supposed to come back, you know, like, I think probably yesterday. And they've extended it for a week. But I hear it's going like crazy in California right now. You can't see Ken leaving with Scott being in love with Albrecht. I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to the actor, right? But I honest to God, I do think that Ken is just on a vacation and worded it weirdly. Who should Willow get with, though? I don't know. Willow needs to be on her own and figure out her own stuff because, you know, I find that, like, yeah, she was great with Chase and she got away from Dawn of Day with the help of Chase, but with the Wiley situation, like, I've always felt like it's so unhealthy that she's just kind of latched onto this kid because she thought it was, you know, her kid, and just became super mom to this kid. Like, it just seems so unhealthy to me. Yeah, GH didn't do a Nurses Ball in 2021. They did one in 2020. It wasn't great, but they didn't do one last year. Yeah, Willow really didn't think of the family she was getting involved with. Yeah, the Michael that she got to know was a grieving father who, you know, when his kid came back alive, went into overdrive to protect him from Nell. And Willow was very helpful with that. But, like, you know, she didn't get to see Michael's true colors. Hollywood may shut down again. Yeah, like, it's not just GH that shut down production. It's actually a few ABC shows that are holding production right now that have been being shot in California. Yeah, like it's again, it's unpredictable times. We don't know what's gonna happen. Like I said before, like, Omicron, it's, while people aren't ending up in ICUs, they are ending up in the hospital, and that's kind of why I think they want to restrict and do what they can so that the hospitals don't get too overwhelmed in their regular rooms. That being said, I don't know how long these people that are being hospitalized with Omicron are going in there for. But either way, it's going to put a strain on the hospital system for sure. Has anyone read that Lucy Coe book from a few years ago? No, I didn't read that. I thought it was a bit stupid. Like, oh, get to know the citizens of Port Charles and the who is what. I did like when Carolyn Hennessy wrote a book about Spinelli, like the Life and Times of Damien Spinelli, or whatever it was called. I actually bought that book. I like the fact that GH is making Chase and Brooklyn a couple. Yeah, I'm down for Chase and Brooklyn. They're fun to watch. Michael has had a chance to be normal. Look at his whole life, his family. That poor kid never had a chance. Like, I've said it a few times, but I have never liked Chad as Michael. Like, I was so disappointed when Drew Garrett was booted for Chad. Like, I was like, they brought this guy to play Michael, and I felt like that ever since. Michael should be a hot mess. Like, he is a guy that was raised by Carly and Sonny, who also has the misfortune of AJ being his biological father. Like, that kid shouldn't be some blue-collared snob. He should be like a wreck. He should be, an alcoholic who desperately wants to be a bad mobster. Like, he needs to be what Morgan ended up being towards the end of his tenure. Just a hot mess. There's already strain on the hospitals, yeah. Sorry, I'm just speaking from this perspective here. The hospitals aren't straining here yet, but they'll definitely be on the verge because it's already happening in Ontario and in Quebec here in Canada. Like, hopefully, without getting into politics too much, Alberta's premier is a boob, okay? Like, he's awful. Like, realistically, he should be looking at, like, what's been happening elsewhere and planning with that, since things haven't gotten as bad as they have been elsewhere yet. Like, plan to see what we can do. Yeah, Spinelli has a book. Spinelli does have a book. Well, the actress that plays Diane wrote it because she is an author. And it was like stories about Spinelli. Like, I don't think they were like true stories for Spinelli, but maybe, who knows? Like, not canon. Like, it's nothing that we've seen on the show. But from what I remember of the book, like, they had Spinelli solving mysteries with the Quartermains, and of course having him interact with Jason, and like just a bunch of little like mini stories for Spinelli. And they did actually do a story on GH about Diane writing a book for Spinelli, and that's the book that Carolyn Hennessy wrote and released way back when. It was like mid 2000s, like probably like 2008, 2009. Yeah, it was a legitimate published book. Angel Blue, you thought Chad was a weird kid with a big forehead? Oh man. Did I see the new pictures of the cast? I've not seen all of them. I've seen a lot of them. Yeah, Kelly's looks like it's kind of the elephant in the room, right? Because like it's kind of obvious her appearance has changed. And you know what I mean? And Kelly's been such, she's like a gorgeous woman. And I think people are just saying like she didn't need whatever she's done to herself. Fair assessment, but people can be really mean about how they go about saying it, right? When am I coming to the USA? I don't know. I have no desire to kind of travel right now outside of Canada, especially with COVID. I do have cousins that live in Florida. Both are vaccinated. But Florida is Florida. So, not really somewhere I want to be right now. And, you know, my two favorite places in the States, well, I have three, but two of them are Florida and California. And obviously right now, not great places to be. You know, one day I'll return. One day. I adored California the last time I got to go. 2011? Yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. Alright, yeah, I'll, you know, if things shut down again, or if I get COVID or something, and I'm just at home and having to quarantine, then, you know, I'll live stream. I'll be so bored. I'll live stream all the time, guys, for hours. Worst GH couples? Oh, where do I begin? Most of them are awful right now. Finn and Liz, awful. Anna and Valentine, not a fan. Sunny and Carly aren't together anymore. I wouldn't say Sam and Dante are awful, but they're not great. Did they ever explain why Molly's fictional book was titled Love in Maine? Did she have a connection to Maine? I think, you know, I don't think that she does have a connection to Maine. I think it's just Molly was... I mean, when Molly was a kid, she was very... I don't want to say naive. She just believed in a lot of things like fairy tales and true love and this and that, and I think she just used that to write a love story, and she probably doesn't have any connection to Maine whatsoever, but just decided that characters will be in Maine. Sucks living in the time of Omicron in Arizona. Man, I don't doubt it. Like here in Alberta, we do have like vaccine mandates in place and vaccine passports, but like, you know, it doesn't mean that it's any less contagious. And like, yeah, we're all getting it, and I think most of us will probably fare okay with it, you know, as long as we're doing, you know, what we have to do. But you know, it's inevitable that people are going to get it if they're in close quarters, but at the same time, it's, you know, how long do we hide out this time, you know what I mean? Sunny and Nina is awful. Yeah, Sunny and Nina, I can't believe I didn't mention Sunny and Nina, awful. I did not like Frizz at all. Liz and Finn is even worse. Okay, no, they're not worse. Okay, the idea of Liz and Franco is just horrible. That's like a rape victim being with a man who's used rape as a weapon multiple times. Let's see. Nathan, what are your thoughts on these new characters of GH who've been a part of this show for a long time? Honestly, don't care about most of them, unfortunately. The new, which new characters? Like the newer ones? Some of them are great characters. Some of them I just couldn't get, you know, into that much. Like, I think that there were a lot of characters when they first came on that I was like, what is it? You know what I mean? Like, Willow, I didn't enjoy when she first came on until like later on with Chase. And same with Chase. I was like, he's just another pretty boy. But, you know, they grew on me. But not all new characters grow on me. But I do try to give them a fair chance. Kelly gained weight. See, the weight gain doesn't bother me with characters. Like, it's just part of life. Some people, you know, go back and forth on their weight, and it is just what it is. We're all human. We all go through it. Yeah, it looks good on her, but she did something with her lips. Steroids don't do that to your lips, but Botox does. Yeah. I think Botox ends up being like the thing that ruins a lot of, people's faces, and it's unfortunate that, especially in like the acting business, that probably for females especially, that they probably get, told that they need to do this to stay relevant, and probably get made to feel bad about what they look like when they have no reason to be. Like, I find that the most gorgeous, people that, were just naturally gorgeous for many years are often the ones that do end up getting, like, Botox and things redone on their face and person. And, like, it sucks. I just feel bad for them, you know what I mean? Omicron in New York is bad too, huh? Curtis, Portia, Willow, Peter, Nina. Love the actors, actresses, but the writing and direction for them has been up and down. Yeah. That's the thing, is that, like, GH's main problem is that it is so wishy-washy in how they handle, like, what to do with the character, because, for so long there was, like, the back and forth on whether Peter was good or bad, and, like, that was so jarring to watch. And now they've, made him full-blown bad, and, like, if they even dare try to, like, redeem him at this point, it'll just be really annoying. Like, they did that with Julian, like, Julian Jerome. Like, he, Julian Jerome, the original character in the 90s, was one thing, and then they made him completely something else when, with the new actor that played him. I can't remember his name at the moment. And then they had Julian be, like, full throttle bad, and I was actually kind of a fan of that, because I was like, this is truer to the real Julian Jerome than whatever they've been doing with, like, Julian the last few years. And then they still try to put him back together with Alexis and, like, make him good again, and, it was jarring and it didn't work, and that is why Julian ended how he did, because it was just too back and forth with him. Who said Kelly got Botox? I mean, I don't know, like, it just seems like to me, it looks like she's done something. There's a very different look in her face, and I don't think it's weight gain. You know what I mean? Because Kelly, like, overall, Kelly's pretty fit, despite, having a bit of body weight on her. Like, Kelly takes care of herself. You know what I mean? So overhearing about Finn and Liz. Yeah, William DeVry, thank you, Jake. Do I think Cyrus is going to come back as a preacher? No, but I love the scenes of Laura laughing her ass off at Cyrus saying that he found God. So good. Julian was ruined in the end. I'm wondering if Kim secretly brought him back. Yeah, Angel Blue, I do agree. Like, Kelly's definitely had work done. Some people can get work done and then have it not be noticeable, but sometimes it's just noticeable. Yeah, I agree. Like, I've never taken issue with people, like, gaining weight and losing weight, because, like, I think one of the brilliant things about soaps is that because they're on our screen so often, it's not really noticeable. Like, for me, it's like when you're around a person, unless you don't see them for however many months, then, like, you don't notice it. Yeah, like, you can look back and be like, yeah, obviously Kirsten Storms has gained weight and things like that, but, like, like, she's still a gorgeous woman. And, like, Jeannie Francis, like, her weight has gone back and forth, always remain a gorgeous woman too. Like, it doesn't, like, weight gain is just, like, a thing that happens in life, and sometimes you gain it and sometimes you lose it, and it's just life. And like, to me personally, that's never made someone more or less attractive to me. That's my take on people that just mock people for weight gain. Yeah, Julian's kid with the surgeon, Kim. Yeah, Kim has a baby with Julian out there. Yeah, Kirsten Storms has been through the ringer, y'all. Like, with her health, mentally and physically. She's been through a lot. Like, if people are bashing her for her weight gain or anything at this point, like, horrible. Also, Kirsten Storms apparently has COVID, by the way. Hey, Jeremy, how was Christmas? Christmas was good. It was nice. It was just me, my mom, and my grandmother, but we all lived together anyway. And my aunt came over because her husband flew to Nova Scotia to be with his family. And it was nice and very low-key. Low-key because it was bloody freezing cold. And it's still freezing cold here. Usually we'll go out and, check out the Christmas lights, drive around town and, walk around our legislature building area because they decorate it beautifully. And, we're very much go out and get a hot chocolate and take in the sights and sound of Christmas. But it was just minus 30, the entire time. There was no going outside without suffering. You go out there 2 minutes and you get frostbite. I can barely make it out of my house to shovel the front. It's so cold. Next week we're kind of going back to minus 7, minus 8. So that's when I'll start shoveling again. You wonder what they're going to... Yeah, I think they're what can they do with Julian and Kim's baby at this point? There's no point in talking about it. Julian's dead, and Kim has no reason to come back. Well, Kim does have Drew as a reason to come back. But I don't think Tamara... I think Tamara Braun's on another show, right? So if they do bring her back, they'll recast her. Angel Blue, I don't know if people necessarily... Do people talk about BLQ's weight? Because she doesn't... I don't like BLQ's outfits, okay? Okay, listen. Brooklyn and Maxie should be fashionistas. They can do better fashion-wise, regardless of size, for these women. You know what I mean? They can put BLQ in something other than a blazer. Maxie is literally a fashionista. They can find, outfits suitable for her body type that looks sexy, but they just have them in the froofiest stuff. I just don't get it. Will Kim come back? I don't know, Angel Blue. I don't know. Canada is notorious for being ridiculously cold. Listen. Alberta specifically, I was looking at some article a couple weeks back, during the holidays, and the top 10 coldest places on Earth at the time, 7 of them were in the province of Alberta, which is where I live. It was 7 places in Alberta, another one in Saskatchewan, which is our next province over. And then somewhere in Russia was in that top 10 too. And so we're colder than the North Pole right now. It's ridiculous. BLQ had back-to-back babies. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, Laura. There is no reason to dress Maxie and Brooklyn the way that they do. Because I find, Amy Driscoll, who, she's gone back and forth on her weight too. I feel like they dress her fantastic. She looks great in all the outfits that they put her in. They can do the same for Maxie and Brooklyn. Yeah, I feel like they must have fired whoever used to do the fashion on the show, because you look back to like 10 years ago and they dressed, you know, the characters so well. And now, like, it's almost embarrassing. How's the weather in Quebec? Last I checked, it was like minus 11. Like, but they didn't have snow until like a couple weeks ago. We've had snow here in Alberta since like October, and they just got snow like a couple weeks ago. To put things in perspective, Toronto didn't have like snow at all. Like Ontario, they didn't have snow until like mid-December as well. We barely see Amy though. Yeah, you're right. And I like Amy. Amy's just a fun character. Like, she's such a throwback to Amy Vining. The wardrobe team needs to step it up. Yeah. I think the fashion in general on this show, like, it's gone downhill for the majority of the cast, honestly. But yeah, they need someone in wardrobe. Like, they need to fire someone, whoever's in wardrobe right now, and get someone that knows what they're doing. Yeah, Amanda and Kirsten are gorgeous. They're gorgeous women. They can dress them better than what they do. It's nuts. May get snowing. Lucky y'all. What happened to Amy's brother? Yeah, they didn't mention it. They haven't mentioned Amy's brother in a long time. Sunny with the flannel. Okay, but in all fairness, for that situation, like, they were really trying to put emphasis on the fact that he's in some small town, you know, as a bartender. The only one who dresses well is Ava. Yeah, you're right. Like, Ava's always been like a fashion queen. Agreed, Laura, for sure. In my opinion, too many people know that baby Bailey is not Brooklyn's daughter. Tracy knows. Chase knows. Who else knows? Oh yeah, Nina knows. Chad Duell probably will never cut his hair. Didn't he just get a haircut? Like, it's shorter than it was before New Year's. Why can't Chad Duell keep a wife? I know. I saw, like, I remember, like, looking at those, like, wedding photos and being like, that's so badass. And I was like, you know, Chad might be alright. And then, like, divorced, what, 6 weeks later? I was like, damn. Like, something must be wrong with Chad. I don't know, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, they could. Yeah, the clothes on that show right now. Like, Max, he should be a badass fashionista. All that time at Crimson Magazine, and now she's at Deception. Like, honestly. I think they're divorced already, Angel Blue. They called it quits, yeah. Yeah. The old General Hospital is definitely better than the new. Yeah, Trina, honestly, the kids dress very well. The kids themselves dress well. Especially Trina. Trina's great. Her fashion. What time is it where I'm at? It's actually 11:30 at night. I should be leaving soon. Because I gotta work in the morning, y'all. Yeah, all that money on that nice Halloween themed... That gothic wedding, yeah. To be a fly on the wall and, like, conversations Chad has had with his friends. Or with the cast. I don't know. Spinelli doesn't use his nicknames as much anymore. Yeah, you notice Jake's been absent too, Angel? Yeah, I was like, why isn't he there for New Year's with the rest of the family? See Burton looking bored near the end of his time? I don't know. Wow, 12:30 at night. 12:30 where you are, dang. And you're still up watching me? Yeah, we keep seeing Aiden and Cam. It's hard to tell, right? Like, they just keep recasting the kids. I don't know who's who anymore. Trina needs to do something with the hair. Well, Trina's hair, like the great thing about black hair is that they can change it so often, you know? Like, Trina could have any style she wants from one day to the next, and no one will bat an eye about it. I love her in braids, though. Chad's second divorce, yeah. Jake's in the attic with the other kids. Who knows what it'll look like by the time he comes back out. Yeah, they recasted Rocco, they recasted Charlotte. Practically all the kids by now. I hope Jake and Danny get along as adults. I think they will. Rebecca's haircut right now. Aw, thank you, Ileo Pardes. I'm sure that Trina probably gets it done, like, outside of work for sure. But you have to remember that Sydney Michaela is also in school right now, so she's probably not too worried about, like, what she looks like on the show. You said, Laura, my mom and I have a game. You know how they recycle the clothes? Well, we totally keep track of who's worn that dress. Man, see, I don't notice that. I always pay attention to, like, the details of the set pieces, like how the bowl of moss moved from Sunny's kitchen to Sam's house. Or, like, whenever the sets get, like, a paint job, or, like, if there's something slightly off, or even if there's, like, a shot of the microphone, like, as a shadow, like, I notice all those things. So that's the details I pay attention to. Yeah, I do miss Spinelli's eccentricness, but they did have to mature him out a little bit, right? But they can bring some of that back and have it be in a way that's not as, like, doesn't seem like he's reverting. He just learned probably how to be more sociable once he started dating Ellie. I hate that Rocco's name is Rocco. I wish they called Scout Emily. I wish they would call Wiley Jonah. Yeah, they're giving the kids wild names. Sunny's penthouse looks epic. I think that they just redid Johnny Zakara's penthouse and called it Sunny's. Because it doesn't look like the old penthouse that he used to live in. .35 a.m. here. Y'all are up so late for me. Thank you. Got an upgrade and smaller. All the sets have gotten smaller for sure. 135 shadow. Damn. Man, I'm keeping y'all awake. I should end this then. We'll chill for five more minutes, but then we're calling it a night, okay? Any final thoughts before we go, though? Anything you guys want to say? Do I think they're gonna bring back the floating rib? I kind of hope so, but I'm like, it feels like they just wrote off the set. I feel like they probably just rebuilt the Tano. But yeah, because the floating rib went through a makeover because it got shook up in the earthquake, and then they rebuilt that, and then it literally exploded. So I don't know. Maybe that place just has bad luck. Alright, good night to Havlin. So you curious? I actually like Charlie's Pub. I think it's a great looking set. But I miss Kelly's being like the like hangout spot. The Moss Bowl is really its own character now. And you know that the show notices that the fans notice these things. Because they had that one scene where Jason was like on the phone with the moss sitting there and he just pushes it out of the way. Yep, Julian blew up the bar, killed Dustin and what's his face? And put Lulu in a coma. Dev is who I was thinking of. Dev and Dustin, and Lulu in a coma. Oh gosh, you're right. Yeah, they were in front of the floating rib at that point. Maybe they are. No, they should just keep it Charlie's. I don't want Mike's Pub. And we're forever reminded of Nixon Falls if they do. Good night, Jacarius. Yeah, everyone's calling in tonight. I guess we should go. Hey, guys. Well, thank you so much for just chatting and chilling with me for like, I think we've been on almost 3 hours now. Yeah, Dev was giving off some creepy vibes towards the end there for sure. Well, don't worry, we're going to be live streaming next week too, and I'll be doing my General Hospital after shows on Sunday still. You know, I'm here twice a week, every week. But yeah, I enjoyed this. It was a chill, you know, we didn't really react to anything beyond our shock for Luke and what we think 2022 is going to happen. If you were here early enough, we were watching one of Felicia's first scenes because frankly there was no one here and I was bored and I was like, I'll just watch some stuff until people came, and then y'all came before the end of the first video. Laura, you said you work nights. No one's keeping you awake. This is my night off. Fair enough, fair enough. I must go. I, Leopardes, I have to work in the morning. I gotta be up at like 7. Michael Mike Corinthos II. Yeah, I'm going to bed. It's been great hanging with you guys. I hope you liked this live stream. It was very chill. I enjoyed listening to your predictions, and I hope you guys enjoyed some of mine. And just chatting about GH in general. But yeah, thanks so much, guys, for watching. If you liked this video, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to. And I will catch you guys this Sunday for a new GH Envy General Hospital Actor Show. Peace out. I'll snap again.